Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a new video and what is for me a very different video. I did mention a little while ago that I might do one of these types of name videos and I had a really great feedback, so I thought I would get on and film it. So I've got 14 names to run through. Some are boys, some are girls. They're just ones that were on our list before we found out obviously what baby girl was. I have taken off the names that we have chosen for a first and middle name because obviously I don't want to give that away, but these are names that we could potentially use in the future if we have any more children. Alternatively, if we don't, I will probably use them for the names of my dogs. So starting with the girls' names, and the first girl's name that I really liked was Emma. Emma is of German origin and it means universal or whole. Next up is a name I really loved, and it was such a huge contender for baby girl, but in the end, as I say, we chose something slightly different, but that name is Bella. Of course it is Italian origin and it means beautiful and God is my oath. It is also the nickname for if you have a child called Isabella, they might often be called Bella. And just as a side note, if you are wondering, I have got them written down because I've got baby brain and I can't remember all of the information, so that is why I keep looking down. Number 3 is Eleanor. This is of Greek origin and is also a form of Helen or Helena, and it just means light, which is really nice. But yeah, the spelling Eleanor, something about it I love. Number 4 is Alba, and that is of Latin origin and it means dawn or sunrise, and I actually first heard this when I was watching Cable Girls on Netflix, which I haven't mentioned in a while, but is a series I absolutely loved. Yes, it has got subtitles and voiceovers, which you might find annoying, but the story is really good, and I highly recommend watching it as a side note if you're looking for something to watch. Number 5 is Isla, and that is of Scottish origin and it means island. Number 6 is May, and that is of English origin and it means obviously the month of May. I think if I was having a spring baby, then I probably would have aimed more towards that name, possibly. I know it's a name that Ash really liked, but as soon as I said the name that I wanted, like May and any other names went out the window. He's like, that's the name. So we were pretty set quite early on what baby girl's name was going to be. Number 7 is a name that I keep hearing recently. I feel like everybody's named their child this name. Ash isn't very keen on it, I must admit, but I really like it and it's really grown on me, and that is Romy. So it's got 2 origins. The first is Hebrew, where it means praised, my height or my exaltation. It also has Latin roots where it means dew of the sea. On to the boys' names. Kind of anyway. The first name that is on my boys list is actually more of a gender neutral name, but I've always preferred it and put it on my boys list name. I feel like it's quite a boys manly name, and that is Ronnie. So it's English origin and it means council rule or bring in victory, which, I mean, that's a good strong name. Number 9 is actually formed part of my granddad's names. It's of Welsh origin, meaning bear, and the name is Arthur. Number 10, Tommy. That's from English origin and it does mean twin or a twin, but I don't think you'd have to be a twin to use the name Tommy, and yeah, I really like it. Number 11, similar to the girl's name I mentioned, but this is Albie, and it's of English origin and it means noble, elf or bright. Number 12 is another family name, which I did go through the family tree and pick out names that I quite liked that have obviously been handed down through the generations, and this was one of them, and that is the name George. It's Greek origin meaning farmer or earth worker, and yeah, I really like the name George. Number 13 is Finley. This is of Scottish origin and means fair warrior or hero. And last but not least is the 14th name, and that is Max. It's from Latin origin and it means the greatest, but it can be short for Maximilian or Maxwell. However, I just prefer the actual name Max in itself. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'd love to know what you think of these names, and let me know what your favourite is in the comments below, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Bye bye.